So we thank God for the reduction in the prices of foodstuffs due to the rainfall. The rainfall has actually helped us this year. But last year, rain did not fall very well like this. So we give thanks to God that there is abundance of food in the land, even though we don't have much money to buy them. But at least you can still grow something if you have a piece of land. And prices of foodstuffs have reduced drastically in the market. I wonder why people are not making posts about that. But when prices of onion goes up or you sell one three pepper for 500 naira, everybody will be screaming up and down. Now when I want to buy pepper from Aboki, I just be telling the Aboki, please don't suffocate my life with pepper. You practically pack plenty pepper. I want to buy tomato, pepper and shombo. Rodo, tomato and shombo, 1,000 naira. If you see the rodo, the Aboki we pack. And even tomato. The price of corn has actually reduced too. I get corn for 200 naira now, as against the 500 naira before. Even snail that I said was expensive the other day. It's like everybody is picking snail at the back of their houses. So snail is actually very cheap now. Things are cheap. Like even price of garri. For the first time since Tinubu became our president. Today is 30th of August 2025. Price of garri went down. If you get garri like 500 naira at the market now, if you go to bush market, you can get it for like maybe 400 naira per Congo. Whatever, I don't know how much they sell paint this thing. One container like roof meal garri, I can get it for 400, 500 naira. Why? One garri seller that I spoke with said a lot of people actually bombarded the farm. People were planting cassava here and there, and they were making garri in their homes. So the people, if I have garri in my house now, you have garri in your house, my neighbor has garri in his or her house, and there's nobody going to the market to go and buy garri. You and I know that the sellers, they will reduce the price of their garri. So the garri seller said people actually ran into farm and started planting cassava here and there. Like that, price of garri came down. I know they use cassava to do a lot of things. I just wish like the state governors can actually create a kind of farm hub where they will clear farm for people that are interested in farming, and there will be tractor there. The only thing will be for you to go and be monitoring what you plant. You have like state like Ekiti State now, they create a kind of farm hub, these smaller towns, not the state capital. All those towns now, when you go to those towns, you will see that the towns are actually empty. Their sons and daughters, they will run away from those towns and go to the state capital like Ado Ekiti, or run to Lagos or Abuja, or all those things, expecting I don't know, angels to farm for them. But will you blame them? Farming is not actually an easy thing. If like Ekiti State government now can create something like a farm hub where they will clear land, release tractor to clear the land, to plow the land and make small heaps, all those kind of things, and there will be seedlings for cassava. A lot of people will actually be interested. I once had a friend that was into that when he was collecting Fadama money for farming, Fadama fund. There was a time I even followed him to the farm when he packed women to go and plant cassava for him at the farm. Fadama program, they want them to clear land, plenty land like that. They'll give them the seedlings, they will plant. I don't see any reason why a state like this, like Ekiti State, that with a large expanse of land, cannot play something like that. By now, Ekiti State should be supplying the southwest cassava. The land is there. I don't know. There was a time I read it somewhere. They said they were doing one farm, Kiniko, sold one, so somebody is going to do cassava. The cassava and collect it. What if you rice pyramid? No, don't watch any. In one regime like that, they use rice pyramid to deceive us. Not knowing say na kpako dem put, they now use rice to plaster the sides. Why are we like this in Nigeria? It's very possible for Ekiti State to provide the local rice that we eat in Nigeria. There's one rice in Ekiti State, they call it Gbemo rice. That's what people call ofada. If you see that rice, very, very good. I think Baba Balola plants that rice. and normally destone it in his farm. Well, I don't even know why our government will not actually venture into agriculture. If they do that kind of thing in Adoeki, they should have a bus that will be taking people to the remote town where the farm is. They should station the bus at one place they call Fajuyi Park, like that. So that maybe twice or three times in a week, if you're interested in farming, the bus will carry you to and fro. You go and do your farm, there will be closing time, you will come back. Or plant corn. If you see the way corn sellers normally suffer before they can get corn to roast in Ado town, sometimes they will wake up and go to where they buy their corn like around 7 a.m. in the morning. Some of them will come back like around 1, 2 without any corn. They will not get any corn to buy. They will wait there. And the time they will actually get corn to buy, those people that bring corn from the remote towns in Ekiti, by the time they come with all those small car, not even pickup van o, they just come with maybe about 2 or 3 bags of corn. If you see the way these people will rush the corn, so I'm just wondering, God, I wish I have a piece of land where I can plant a corn, that I'll be bombarding somewhere like Ado town, the state capital, Nigeria. I'll be bombarding the place with corn at least like 2 or 3 times in a week. So if a state government, if they actually create something like a farm hub where people can go to, let there be free bus like they have free bus for public school students and the civil servant. Let the free bus take people to and fro to remote towns in Ekiti where the government has already plowed the land, give them seedlings of corn and cassava or yam or wherever to plant. I just imagine how life would be easy for Ekiti people. Ekiti, they're not supposed to sell corn 200 naira in Ekiti. A corn in Ekiti state, as at this 2025, is supposed to be something like 50 naira one, or even 350 naira if the government can actually do that kind of thing. But if the government release that kind of money, people in charge, how are we sure they will not even embezzle the money, and they will take some pictures and say want ishoko. But if I happen to be the governor, I go dey wear boots, they go monitor that farm sometimes to see what people are actually doing. I will tell them, all my kiniko ọlọ́pàá gbogbo wọn come saying, let me talk to the people, let me hear from them if those people are actually giving them the money or not. I will pick people randomly. I would like to see how the farm is actually working. Our governors should not just sit in the office and dish out money, that they should be doing one thing or the other. That was how somebody said they went to one market in Ado Ekiti. They call that market Shasha, and they saw this rice. This rice, the federal government of Nigeria, led by Tinubu, gave out to all the state that they as palliative. They were actually selling this rice and with federal government palliative written on the sack. They were selling that market Shasha. Can you imagine that kind of thing? And people will be buying, they will be buying at cheap price when they are supposed to go and report to the state government. Why am I just making this post? I'm making this video, sorry, to actually give thanks to God for abundance of food now. Even though we don't have much money to buy this thing, at least o cheap there. And one other problem in this country is that we lack storage facilities. Irú bí ata ṣe cheap nsìn, tomato gbogbo kíní yẹn, ó yẹ ká ní bá máa ṣe lè store ẹ̀. Like irú corn yẹn, the people normally go and buy sweet corn. Personally, if I want to prepare fried rice, I like preparing fried rice during corn season. I use that corn. I will go and search for soft corn, our own corn here. O ma fi ṣe fried rice mi. Since I'm not going for any competition, I eat it and it's actually okay. If you come to my house, I give you fried rice prepared with our own corn. If you say it's not sweet, that's your own personal issue. So just leave my fried rice for me. So why can't we even can our own corn? Why can't we can do all those things now? It's when people want to embezzle money. That's when they will say they'll be making governance to be cumbersome. Governance is actually an easy thing to do. There's nothing cumbersome in your governance. Time you fẹ́ kówó jẹ. I hope my throat is not making sound. Let me drink water like a bullshit woman. That's how to drink water like a bullshit woman. Let me drink water like Oyinbo now. You know you cannot hear the sound of my this thing. Let me drink my water peacefully. Oh, so what am I saying? Our government should invest in agriculture. They should. let Ekiti State come on face just agriculture. Let them face agriculture. Let us start to to supply other southwest states. You said our airport is Agurala airport. Actually, àti ìgbọ́ àti ìrì nǹkan kan tẹ̀ fi kó ọ̀nà airport yẹn gan kò wà okay. Afáyẹmí said it that time o pé airport yẹn ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń gbé military jet àbí nǹkan kan wá airport yẹn ò tí ì ṣiṣẹ́. Today is 30th of August 2025. That time I refused to put mouth in that airport issue when people were making fun of Ekiti State online, because I just don't want to allow the airport and Ekiti State and people making fun of Ekiti State. I do not want that stress. I was actually looking to see if the airport was actually going to work. As I'm talking now, mi ò tí ì rágbàdo kan àbí ẹja kan àbí kinní kan tó náà kó lọ in the so-called airport. Even the road to the airport is not actually good. Ọ̀rọ̀ airport kọ́ mo tiẹ̀ bá wá bíbá ilé mi. Ṣé airport náà ń pè? If the pronunciation is not okay, please pronounce it very well yourself. So I'm just talking about that food is in abundance now, but these foodstuffs, they are perishable, they are getting spoiled. There should be a way. Gbogbo àwọn silos, gbogbo àwọn kinní yẹn, they should create ban where they can keep yam, where they can do this. I don't know. Government should buy things now. Government should be buying things. That was what they did in Egypt that time now. When Joseph had the dream. Was it Joseph that dreamt or the king that dreamt? And Joseph interpreted the dream. Hey, who dreamt? Are you there?
What do you say?
Who dreamt?
In what?
Who dreamt in Egypt? I'm forgetting my Bible story. When they said there was not going to be surplus food, that they were going to be farming for 7 years.
Joseph.
Was it Joseph that dreamt or the king?
Pharaoh.
It was Pharaoh that dreamt.
Yeah.
It's not Joseph, it's Joseph. So Pharaoh dreamt. Back to my discussion, I had to consult my Bible scholar there. It was Pharaoh that dreamt, and Joseph interpreted the dream. And they now started to gather all those things. They kept them. When there was abundance, and when there was no abundance, when there was supposed to be famine, they started to dish it out. So our Pharaoh of today, the governors, start to pack things now. Buy them. Create silos, create bans, create where this thing, and when food things. That is what governance is all about. You governors, you are fathers. A father is supposed to get things in abundance for the family to eat. If your children are hungry and you are buying car and you carry the money of the state, you carry it to Dubai, to London, to buy all manner of houses here and there, and your children and they are hungry, that means you're a wicked father. As a governor, you're a father. As a chairman of a local government, you're a father. As the president, you're a father. So let us do things, gather all these things so that when they're supposed to be farming, be the Pharaoh in your family, be the father in your family, start to release those things. Have good Joseph. The Joseph are the commissioners, they are the permanent secretaries, they are the people that work with the governor. So that you start to bring out this food for people and sell it to them at cheaper rates. You guys can do this. Stop being wicked. Stop carrying our money to foreign places to buy houses. As a governor, don't buy all the vacant buildings in town. Ẹ má ra gbogbo ilé tó wà nílùú tán. Ẹ fi owó yẹn fi ṣe nǹkan tó da fárá ìlú. Ọba tó jẹ sílùú rójú, wọn ò ní gbàgbé ẹ̀. Ọba tó dẹ̀ jẹ tí rògbòdìyàn ṣẹlẹ̀, wọn ò ní gbàgbé ẹ̀ náà. Do something good for the masses. Be good fathers. So in a nutshell, I'm just giving thanks to God for abundance now. And like I said, even though we don't have enough money to buy those things, because the farmers, I can't blame them. This is their time to enjoy. The last yam I still bought, I bought it 10,000 naira. Was it 10,000 naira for 5 tubers? Ìgbà tí mo dọ́dọ̀ ẹni yẹn ń sìn, ó gbọ́ àwọn kan síbẹ̀ tó tún tóbi díẹ̀, ó sọ pé 15,000 naira ni. I ran away torí kò sí mi tí mo ti fẹ́ rí 15,000 naira. Nígbà tí n bá rán gáùn ẹyọ kan gáùn mélòó kan tí profit mi jẹ́ bóyá bí 20,000 after sewing a few clothes. Tí mo wá kó gbogbo profit mi 20,000 tí mo lọ fi ra 5 tubers of yam. And in those days, this yam tó sọ pé 15,000-20,000 naira yẹn, èló là ń rà. Iṣu wọn jù ń gbà yẹn tó tóbi gan a lè rà ju 5,000. Tó bá tún ná gan, wọ́n á sì tà fún ẹ níbi 3,000 or 3,500. So all these things boils down to the governors. Tinubu ti sọ pé ká hold our governors responsible, àwọn náà fàyè ní ará ìlú lára. Tinubu is dishing out money to the governors to make things easier. Ilé náà fi ń rà, wọ́n náà tún iṣẹ́ sí dollar. Me, I don't know, I no be politician. I don't know where they are changing this thing to dollar to go and keep. Bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan tí mo gbọ́ nìyẹn. A dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ àwọn ilé táwọn governors yẹn máa ń rà kiri. Ẹ má febi para ìlú náà, ilé mélòó lẹ fẹ́ gbé? Ilé mélòó lẹ fẹ́ gbé? Tí àwọn èpè díẹ̀díẹ̀, Elémùrè, blessed Elémùrè, I think the man is dead, he sang, oní kékeré òwúre yá mi jẹ pé ó, táwọn ará ìlú bá ń fún yín lépè díẹ̀díẹ̀, ọjọ́ alẹ́ yín ò ní dáa. Ẹ lè máa ra léjọ, ẹ lè máa kówó jọ, kọjọ́ alẹ́ yín má dáa. Èèyàn lè rówó báyìí tó máa wà nínú ìrora, tá máa gbàdúrà ikú gan tọ́lọ́run ò ní fún níkú yẹn, tówó tẹ kó pamọ́ tí ò ní ṣe nǹkan kan, tí ò ní bí nǹkan re fún yín. Ẹ má fi ìyà jẹ wá, ẹ fowó ìtúlù ṣe, gbogbo wa lájọ lówó náà. A kàn dìbò fún yín sórí àlééfà ni pé kẹ́ wà ń bẹ̀, torí pé gbogbo wa ò lè jókòó sí síìtì governor seat. That's why we put you guys there, to help us. It is well, it's well. Nigeria will get better.